Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, Sergio Perez, and Bottas, Norris, Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, and the Rainmaster, Gasly, Joe, Yuki Tsunoda and Ricciardo, Hamilton, Ocon, Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Fernando Alonso and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Ready with the clutch. Mechanical issue means you've lost one of the gears, I'm afraid. Say again, you have lost access to one of the gears.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kick into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, the Rainmaster, Kevin Magnussen and Bottas, Ricciardo, Gasly, Tsunoda and Guan Yu Zhou, Sainz, Albon, Sebastian Vettel and Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Norris, they've taken a grid penalty, Fernando Alonso and Sergio Perez, Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Hamilton and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Why don't we discuss Red Bull? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do. And that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Okay, good parking there, mate. Now we need to make sure we get a great launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient, watch for those lights. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Look after these tyres now if you want to finish the race on this compound. Confirm it's an issue with our engine, I'm afraid.
And how I'm not quite there somehow. My intentions is to give you up, but my heart can't easily let you go.
Lean back, lean back.
I try to tell myself this isn't love, but I hate that I never really know if I should stay or be alone.
Offline, waiting further updates. That's the end of the race. See you in Parc Fermé.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again. It's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton. The multiple world champion may be the boring choice at this point, but you can't argue that he's a driver deserving of his reputation.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Yeah, can I